The midterm elections, a lot of close races tonight, also a lot of races that were called way before we thought they would be.
A runaway race, Senator Tim Kaine. In fact, right now he is at the podium thanking his supporters. Let's listen in.
Virginia showed who we are and who we aren't. Virginia sent a message with our polls closing first in the nation about American values and Virginia values. And all of you, I see these great friends from all over the Commonwealth, all over the country. There's a beautiful phrase in the letter of Paul to the Hebrews, I'm surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. It's a great cloud of witnesses. Witnesses to values, values that matter to all of us. What an amazing opportunity to stand before you. They called my race at 7 o'clock and 30 seconds. It was like a Mark Warner race. I'm a 2 a.m. guy. I mean, I'm not a 7 o'clock guy. I want to do some thank yous and then just talk to you about what I think this means. It's still early. I think we're going to watch races all across the country, but let me begin with my wife, Ann. We have been married 34 years on November 24th. And Ann is my, I always say, and my mom and dad, Al and Kathy Kaine, are here too. Give them a round of applause. I always say that I was born with a good compass, and I married a good anchor. And if you have a good moral compass and a good moral anchor, you can go very, very far in life. To my mom and dad and to my wife, Ann, thank you guys so very much. I've got 2 of my 3 kids and significant others and friends and other family in the audience, and it's just so good to acknowledge them. I want to acknowledge my campaign manager, Corinne Charles Dungo. Give Corinne a round of applause. And raise your hand if you are part of either the Kaine campaign or the coordinated campaign, because we've got some just amazing people in this room who are so fantastic. Corinne is a good leader, but she would say it's about you guys. You did a great job. Mike Henry and my whole Senate staff, raise your hand. And to volunteers and canvassers and folks doing phone calls and texts and writing postcards in every corner of the Commonwealth, we didn't leave any zip code behind. We didn't leave any part of the state behind. And your confidence and your passion is something that is so humbling to me, but also so inspiring. To my dear old friend, Mark Warner. Mark Warner, wow. Last night I was doing an event with Abby Spanberger, and I was introduced as Mark Warner and Tim Kaine have been friends for 38 years, and she said, I'm not even 38 years old. Mark Warner, I mean, what an amazing guy to have as a partner, and are we going to do everything we can to make sure that Mark Warner gets reelected to the Senate in 2020? Absolutely. And then We've had so many fantastic Democrats on the stage earlier tonight. We've had Governor Northam. We've had Lieutenant Governor Fairfax, Attorney General Herring, our great former Governor Terry McAuliffe, Jerry Connolly, Bobby Scott, Don Beyer. We used to introduce the Democratic elected officials in Virginia, and it would take 0.5 seconds. I mean, we didn't have a long list of people to introduce. But I know I'm with you in that tomorrow I'm going to rest, but then starting the day after tomorrow, we're starting an effort. We're going to win back the House and the Senate in Virginia in 2019 with all these great leaders. Thanks to my ticket mates. I ran this year, and when I hired Corinne, I gave her an unfair task. She was happy to be hired as campaign manager until I told her, you need to win for me, but you actually need to do 3 things. You need to win my race, You need to help our congressional candidates so we can pick up House seats. And you need to train the next generation of really fantastic and cool young people to stay in Virginia and to be campaign managers and press secretaries and finance directors and field directors and run for office themselves. And that's what Corinne has done.
You're listening to